Do you have anxiety about money in the future? Well, what if I told you that money isn't going to be that important, that something else will take its place? But just before we dive into it, in this channel I do Japanese book summaries that have exciting wisdom, and my passion is to share it to the world. So if you're interested in getting inspiring knowledge that might bring impact to your life, please consider subscribing. Okay, we live in a world that is full of products. You go out shopping at a shopping mall, but what's new and inspiring? At least not that much for me. Have you ever thought buying and consuming are getting boring? There are tons of brands and products out there, and the competition is severe and the market is saturated. The value of consuming products are losing more and more gravity to attract people. In a material world that is flooded with things and instant gratification, something else is gaining more and more value. What's that? The meaning of life and the purpose of life. You know why? It's because it adds more color to your life. It adds deep fulfillment on who you are. And the person who can provide and guide another person to find their own meaning and purpose of life, the one who can open up their doors to find out who they're really meant to be, will become extremely precious. You see, there's a huge business opportunity, not on the outside but inside of the human soul. People resonate with the people that share the same internal values, what they love and crazy about, what they trust and grateful of, and what they believe. The value that lies inside every human being has massive opportunities, and building up a brand, an economic system that shares the same value is going to be more and more vital. Did you know that by using a smartphone or blockchain technology in the future, anyone can issue their own currency? Yet what's happening now is the democratization of the economy. Let me explain. In the 15th century, the invention of Gutenberg's printing press played a key role on democratizing knowledge. Before that, the Bible was monopolized by the church, but after the printing press, knowledge was something that people could start getting access to by reading. And in our modern world of internet, the knowledge itself commoditized. As we all know, you can find most probably any answer by searching Google, right? Let me tell you something that you might be surprised to hear. In the future, money will commoditize too. What's happening now is the democratization of the economy. Let me explain what I mean here. Your question is, why will money commoditize, right? Well, we all know money was originally made to exchange, preserve, and measure value. And each country's central bank is currently printing money. But now, information technology is developing really fast, and cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or any company that issues special points or mileages will also be more used in the future. Of course, money will still exist in the future, but the users will have the option to use what is more convenient for them, and therefore the value of money as a currency will relatively drop. Did you also know that only 10% of the economy is the real economy, which is what people are actually producing and buying stuff? The rest of 90% is the financial economy, which is making money out of money in the stock market and derivative and so on. The rich people, they are struggling to find out what to invest their excess money because there are hardly any financial products that have higher interest anymore. There's simply too much printed money and they're stuck somewhere in the world, so that's why the value of money is getting lower. Having said that, instead of money, other values that are hard to increase such as time, trust, and originality will relatively become more valuable. In that sense, the competition is becoming more on how to build up an original community, an economic system that has their own cryptocurrency and followers and customers that engages with that brand. Now you might be thinking, how can I create an economic system? There are 3 points you need to understand which are at the core of what drives human beings. 1. Reward. Human beings are a slave to incentives. We're talking about psychological needs, which include the desire to eat, sleep, and have sex, or the social needs to be loved or get compliments. People take actions to gain these pleasure chemicals, and in other words, we're not able to continue the same thing over and over again without them. For example, to get the thumbs up, which I would also like you to do if you're still watching this video, is one of the esteem needs, which is an important social needs. Number 2, uncertainty. Now we all know this, but our brains get bored very easily. Therefore, our brain tends to feel more pleasure when we achieve something in a difficult situation that had risk. This is because we humans as an animal had to build up this ability to survive in the severe nature. Number 3, hierarchy. Humans are relative creatures constantly comparing with each other. We judge our happiness or physical strengths by comparing and tend to feel happiness when we realize that we're better than others. Yeah, I know all of these points are not so beautiful, but they are the fundamental elements needed in an economic system. The incentive for the people in the group to be excited and motivated enough to level up or contribute to the community and be fulfilled is necessary for the economic system to develop. It's quite interesting that video games have all of these elements inside, all the tricks to stimulate the brain which people get so much addicted to. But of course, overdoing all these elements in the economic system is like creating alcoholics or workaholics that will easily burn out. So definitely we need to have a certain balance of all these incentives inside the system. But some of you might still say, I don't have a clue how I can get started. I fully understand. I didn't create my own economic system yet either. But what I do know by reading and watching all these things about how to create a brand or how to be an entrepreneur and so on is that you definitely need to find out what you love doing. Okay, everyone says that, but it's really true. Money doesn't come first. Adding value has to come before that, and in order to add value to others, you need to find what you love doing. I mean, it's quite obvious that if you're just trying to fulfill your own selfish desire of wanting more money, you wouldn't get any strong support from others. Find out what you're crazy enough doing, even if nobody's watching. The more passion and energy you have, it will eventually spread out and reach to someone's soul. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself, the original version of you. Be authentic. Be your own personality. The good news is that every single human being on this earth is different. Not so many people realize this and try to be the same as someone else. Polish your originality, the different gift of yours. That's what's going to be called value in the end. Building up your own authentic brand on what you truly believe in is going to be your competitive advantage. Find out what your own value is that you can provide to the world on what your passion lives deep down inside you. And be ready for the era where everyone is competing to build up their own economic system. Do you still want to live a 9-to-5 job that you hate? Or do you want to live a life that you can tell the man in the mirror that I'm doing what I love 100%. I'm meant to be on this earth for a reason. I'm going to add value to the world. Thank you for watching. This video was a summary from a Japanese entrepreneur, Katsuki Sato, Money 2.0, the rule in life in a new economy. Question of the day. Are you living a life that you're fully happy about? Whether the answer is yes or no, let's try to make it better. A more colorful one with more passion. I do have a 9-to-5 job and I'm actually working quite hard to become a better manager and build a better team to contribute to the company. Yes, I do that, but the person deep down inside me is saying that's not enough. The man in the mirror is always saying I could do better, because that's not what I would do if I didn't get paid for it. It's what I like to do and I think I'm quite good at it because I've been doing it for over 18 years, but it's not what I love to do. I love creating videos, learning new thoughts and amazing wisdom and sharing it to the world. That's what I love to do. And I really wish you, if you haven't made that big step forward to find something you love and put aside all the fear and anxiety that has surrounded you, and to just get on the boat and start your journey. It's gonna be a long one, but who cares? I mean, it's not painful, it's not boring, it's exciting. And yes, difficult, but remember that our brain always needs uncertainty and challenges in life. Dream big, enjoy the ride, and I wish you luck. Okay, if you like this video, I would really appreciate if you click the like button. And if you're interested in getting impactful information that might change your life, please consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Bye bye.